Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back with another interesting SQL question. We have solved these kind of questions before to five consecutive empty seat or consecutive numbers, but here there is a catch. Okay, there is a little tricky question. I'm going to solve it with advanced SQL aggregation functions. So watch this video till end. So what question says that there is a picture hall, right? There are three rows, and in each row there are 10 seats. So for example, there is a row A and A1, A2 till A10. Similarly, there is row B and then row C, typically in any theater, right? What we have to do, write a SQL to find four consecutive empty seats. So for example, A3, A4, A5, A6. These are consecutive seats are empty. How they are empty? There is this occupancy which is telling this seat is occupied or not. So these four rows are qualifying. So in the output we need A3, A4, A5, A6. Also, these also are consecutive, right? Five rows, but there is a problem. The problem is that these two are in a row and these three are different rows. So we have to consider this now that the empty seat should be in the same row. It should be either A or B or C, right? If they are in different row, right? Like this is an A and these three are in B. So this doesn't qualify. There are no four consecutive empty seats, right? I hope the question is clear. So we have to make use of row also. It is A, B or C. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to segregate. I will say take left first character of seat. So this will be my row ID, right? Also I need seat ID also. So for that what I will do, I'll say substring seat. From second character, first character I don't want. From second character, give two characters, right? Also, I will cast it as integer because I have to use order by on it. So I will cast it as integer. Otherwise, it will be a string and 110 will come before 2. So that will be a problem again as seat ID. Okay, let's run this and see what we have got. So we got row ID, A, and then we have seat ID also, right? So far this is done. Let me put this in CT so that we can use it further with CT1 as this. I will be using multiple CTs, so that is a good question to learn CT if you are confused about CTs. Okay. Now next what we are going to do. Next I'll use some aggregation and I will tell you why I'm doing these aggregations, right? So first aggregation is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to check if the current row, okay, and the next three rows all are empty or not, right? So for example, in case of 3, this row, current row and next 3 rows, right, all are 0. If I take maximum of these 4 rows, it should be 0, right? Then this row will qualify. And once this row is qualified, I will say give me all the seed which are 3 between 3 and 3 plus 3, which are between 3 and 6, right? So how I will do it? I'll say give me max of occupancy, right, over partition by row ID, order by what? Seat ID, right? And I want rows between current row and 3 following. Okay, let me run this. Is 4 empty? Let me name this, right? From CT1, right? That's it. And I'm going to run this. Okay, so what is the problem here? Okay, rows between. Okay, so now if you see, this has come 0 because why? Because I'm saying give me rows between current row. So this is my current row, right? And three following row. So these four rows, okay, and max of this I'm taking. And max of this is 0 only in this case, right? Because all are empty. So max will also be 0, right? If anyone is 1, for example, this. For this one, current row and next 0. For this, it is 1, right? So it doesn't qualify, right? So what I will say, give me this row and next 3 rows of it, right? And that way I will get A3, A4, A5, A6. I will do it, but there is one more catch. If you see here also 0 is coming. Why? Because in the row A, okay, for these two, if you see, there are only two rows. We have done partition by on row ID. So there is no row after this, right? So there is a problem. So this doesn't qualify. Still, we are getting 0. So what we have to do, we have to check that there are 4 rows or not. So from A9, if you see, there are only 2 rows. So maximum of this is coming as 0. But this is not a right picture because we need 4 rows should be empty. Again for this is the last row in row A, right? So again there is a problem. So we have to check count also. So what I will say, give me count also. How many are there though, right? Count occupancy or count anything, right? So let me run this now. If you see here, the is empty is 0 and count is also 4. Nowhere else it is there. Here, if you see, count is 2, right? Because there are only two rows, A9 and A10, between current row and 3 following. So I will make this another CT2 as, okay. Now I will say select star from CT2 where where uh, count, let's say it is count, is for empty should be equal to 0 and CNT should be equal to 4. We should have all 4 rows for that row, right? If I run this, I will get only one record, this A3, right? So if I run this, I'll get only A3. Now what I have to do? I have to get all the seats 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So for that, what I'm going to do now? I'm going to make another CT3 as this, right? And then CT2 has all the data. So I'll say again, select uh, CT2. Okay. Select star from CT1 dot star from CT1, right? Inner join. Sorry, this is CT2 and CT2. CT3 on CT1 dot row ID equal to, sorry about it, again CT2 it is equal to CT3 dot row ID. And now this is important. And CT2 dot seat ID between, what I want this seat which is CT3 dot seat underscore ID and next three seats also, right? So seat ID between n plus 3, right? So if I run this now, we have got all those 4 rows, A3, A4, A5, A6, and we got the required result. This is what we wanted, that these 4 rows are consecutive empty, right? I'll just repeat it again if there is some confusion. First, in CT1, we are just segregating row ID and seat ID so that we can use this as partition by and this as order by. Then we have maximum occupancy between current row and next 3 following. That way I will get to know, okay, from this seat next 3 are empty. So if I take max, it will be 0 because anyone is occupied, then it will be 1. So I am taking max, so it will be 0 if all 4 are empty. Now there can be ninth, 8th, 9th, 10th rows also in the row, right? For which the fourth consecutive is not there, right? If we look forward in the following. So we have to make sure that count is 4. right? So we are checking is 4 is 0 and count is 4. So once we have this data, we are joining it back with CT2 on row ID. Also, the seat should be between this seat, whatever we get, plus 3 seats. So we have got 4 seats. I hope this was useful. Please let me know if you have any doubt. Also, I will put in description box all the insider statements. Try yourself and let me know if you have a better solution. Would love to see it. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.